No, the path of love is not a therapy process, although that might be included. As I see therapy, it's really enabling people to heal some of their wounds so they become more functional within the ego structure that they have. The path of love tends to be much more a whole cracking open of the ego structure to something else entirely, which is a connection to something much bigger than the ego. Now, within that, the healing obviously happens, particularly when there's wounds of abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, or a lot of pain in the childhood. These things have to be dealt with, particularly the feelings that have been squashed away. But we don't deal a lot in the stories. It's more an allowing and an opening so that through the feelings they can open up into places that have been lost, the places of vitality and of love and of joy. And that isn't really therapy. I don't know what you call it. Sometimes we call it psycho-spiritual therapy or spiritual psychology. What is coming a lot these days into the language is mindfulness, and that is definitely a part of the path of love, which is more of a recognition that we all have these structures. We all have our wounds, and we all have an ego. It's not going to go away, but becoming aware of it. And within the path of love, it's also being able to open to the heart, which is the pain of it and also the love in it. That is more the direction.
You know, spiritual is a word I'm very careful about using. But yes, it's a spiritual process insofar as we leave this area that we always think about. We leave the area of thought and mind and academia and, you know, 1 and 1 is 2. We do leave that, and we come into an area of feeling and sensing love. And for some people, when we open into that, it feels, it is, as I said, it's a transformation. And some people would even say there's a divinity to it. We can sense ourselves in a way that some people would say is divine. And from that place, I would say, yes, it is. But as I said, there isn't anything religious about it. It's not spiritual in a religious sense. It's spiritual in the sense that we enter into the depth of who we are from a place that we are all that, with an open heart, with a presence. Presence is a word we use a lot, with absolute presence.